In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, my dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you are listening to this today and your heart is heavy, if you feel a weight upon your chest that you can't seem to shake, if you've been praying and it seems the heavens are made of brass, then this message is for you. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. My dear brothers and sisters, if there is one thing I want you to take and hold on to clutch to your chest as if your very life depended on it, it is this divine, unbreakable promise from your Lord that with every hardship there is ease. This is not a mere comforting phrase, a platitude offered by well-meaning friends. No, this is a cosmic law decreed by the Creator of the heavens and the earth, a law as fundamental as gravity, as certain as the rising of the sun. It is a promise repeated not once, but twice in the same brief surah, Surah Ash-Shar, as if Allah, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, knew that our fragile hearts would need the reinforcement. Emphatic echo to truly believe it in our bones. Verily, with every hardship there is ease. Verily, with every hardship there is ease. Let us ponder this for a moment. The word used for hardship is asterisk, asr asterisk. It signifies a state of constriction, of being tied up, of difficulty that feels absolute. And the word for ease is asterisk, yasr asterisk. It is the opposite, a state of flow, of openness, of facility. And Allah does not say that after the hardship asterisk might asterisk come ease. He says asterisk with asterisk the hardship, there is ease. They are paired, they are intertwined. The ease is not a distant, separate event waiting for the hardship to fully conclude. It is woven into the very fabric of the difficulty itself. It is the breath you manage to take when the grief feels suffocating. It is the unexpected help that arrives from a source you never imagined when the bills are piling up. It is the moment of profound peace that descends upon your heart in the middle of your most anxious asterisk sujud asterisk. That is the ease asterisk with asterisk the hardship. It is Allah's secret sustenance for the believer, the proof that He has not abandoned you, that He is with you in the trenches, in the storm. So often we look at our situation and we see a solid, impenetrable wall of difficulty. It stretches to the left and to the right as far as the eye can see. We feel there is no way around it, no way over it. We beat our fists against it until they are raw, and we slump down in despair, convinced that this is our permanent reality. But what we fail to realize is that this wall, this asterisk, asr asterisk, is not a permanent structure. It has a built-in expiry date, known only to the all-knowing. The ease, the asterisk yasr asterisk, is already on its way, traveling to you through channels you cannot perceive. Your test, my dear brothers and sisters, is not the wall itself. Your test is your faith asterisk, while asterisk you are sitting in front of that wall. Do you turn away from the one who can dissolve it with a single command, or do you turn to Him and rely on Him even more? Think of the story of Yaqub alayhi salam, the prophet of patience. He lost his sight not from old age, but from the sheer volume of tears he shed for his beloved son Yusuf. For years, decades, he lived in that darkness, in that profound grief of separation. Can you imagine the depth of his sorrow? A prophet of Allah, yet tested with a pain that would break most men. But what was his constant refrain? He did not curse his fate. He did not rail against Allah. He said, asterisk asterisk, I only complain of my suffering and my grief to Allah. Asterisk asterisk, he took his pain and directed it upwards to the only one who could truly hold it. And then, after what felt like a lifetime, the miracle came. Not only was Yusuf alive, but he was a king. And when the shirt of Yusuf was cast upon Yaqub's face, his sight was restored. The ease did not just come, it came in a torrent, washing away decades of sorrow in a single glorious moment. The hardship had an end, the promise was fulfilled in the most breathtaking way. Now, you might say, that was a prophet. I am just an ordinary person, weak in my faith, constantly stumbling. But my dear friend, this promise is for you. It is for the one whose faith is sometimes as small as a mustard seed. It is for the single mother working 2 jobs, wondering how she will make ends meet. It is for the student who has failed an exam, feeling his future crumble. It is for the one battling illness, whose body has become a prison of pain. It is for the one whose heart is broken from a betrayal, who feels they can never love or trust again. The promise of ease is universal. It is the divine right of every believer who utters *La ilaha illallah*. Allah says in another profound verse, ***, for indeed with hardship will be ease. Indeed with hardship will be ease. ***, the scholars of tafsir have drawn a beautiful and powerful meaning from the grammatical structure here. They note that the word for hardship, ***, is indefinite, suggesting something specific, limited, and confined. But the word for ease, ***, is definite, suggesting something broad, expansive, and absolute. The meaning is staggering. A specific, limited hardship can never overcome or outweigh the absolute, expansive ease that Allah has decreed to follow it. One difficulty can be followed by multiple eases, by a tidal wave of relief and mercy that makes the past struggle seem small in comparison. Therefore, my beloved in faith, I implore you, when the night is at its darkest and the dawn seems like a distant dream, remind your soul of this covenant. Remind your aching heart of this guarantee from the most truthful, the one who never breaks his promise. Your current situation is a chapter, not the entire book. This pain is a season, not the eternal climate of your life. Do not measure Allah's mercy by the yardstick of your own limited perception. His plans are vaster, His wisdom is deeper, and His timing is perfect. Your job is not to see the way out, but to trust the one who is designing the way out. Your job is to have *Hasan al-Ihan Billah*, a good opinion of your Lord. Believe that He loves you even as He tests you. Believe that He is purifying you even as it feels like you are being broken. Believe that the relief is coming not in spite of your faith, but because of it. Hold on to the rope of hope, for it is the strongest rope you will ever grasp. It is connected directly to the throne of the Most Merciful. Do not let go. Your ease is coming. It is, by the promise of your Lord, inevitable. In the name of Allah, the Most Gracious, the Most Merciful, my dear brothers and sisters, we have established the divine promise that ease follows hardship. We believe it with our hearts, but then a more subtle, more persistent test begins to creep into our souls. It is the test of time. The clock ticks, the days turn into weeks, the weeks into months, and sometimes even into years. The does leave our lips and seem to vanish into the silence. The situation remains stubbornly unchanged. And in this agonizing space between our prayer and its answer, a dangerous whisper takes root. Has He forgotten me? Is my voice not loud enough? Is my pain not worthy of His immediate attention? This, my beloved family, is the crucible where faith is truly forged. This is where we learn the most profound lesson of all, that Allah's timing is not our timing, and His delay is not His denial. His timing is, in its essence, perfect. We are creatures of the immediate. We live in a world of instant coffee, instant messaging, and instant gratification. We are conditioned to expect results now, solutions by yesterday. We have mapped out our lives in our minds, a tidy timeline of when we should get that job, when we should get married, when we should have children, when we should find success. And when reality dares to deviate from our personal schedule, we panic. We feel as if the very fabric of the universe is unraveling. But we forget that we are the creation, not the creator. We are the passengers on a ship peering out at a turbulent sea, while the captain navigates with a knowledge of the currents, the weather, and the destination that we cannot possibly comprehend from our limited vantage point. To question his timing is to assume that we, the passengers, have a better map than the captain himself. Consider the story of Musa alayhi, his Salam and Khidr, as told in Surah Al-Kahf. Musa, a great prophet in his own right, believed he possessed knowledge. He sought out Khidr to learn from him, and Khidr agreed on the condition that Musa question nothing until he himself explained it. What followed was a series of seemingly irrational, even unjust actions. Khidr scuttled a poor man's boat, he killed a young boy, and he repaired a wall in a hostile city without asking for payment. At each step, Musa's human sense of justice and immediate logic could not bear it. He protested, and each time Khidr revealed the profound hidden wisdom behind his actions. The boat was scuttled to save it from a tyrannical king who was seizing all sound vessels. The boy was killed because he would have grown to lead his righteous parents into disbelief and rebellion, and Allah desired to replace him with a purer, more merciful child. The wall was repaired to protect a treasure belonging to two orphan boys, left for them by their righteous father until they came of age. Every single action which in the immediate moment seemed like a calamity or a gross injustice was in fact a precise, preemptive act of mercy, orchestrated by a wisdom that saw the entire timeline, the past, the present, and the future all at once. My dear brothers and sisters, your life is that journey with Khidr. You are Musa, witnessing what appears to be the scuttling of your boat, the loss of something you hold dear, the seeming injustice of your prolonged hardship. You are crying out, why, this is wrong, this is not what I prayed for, but you have not yet reached the point of explanation. The full story has not yet been revealed. The relief you are begging for today, if granted, might be the very thing that leads to your ruin tomorrow. The door you are pounding on, which remains firmly shut, might be protecting you from a harm you cannot see waiting on the other side. Allah, in His infinite mercy, is not just managing your present moment. He is safeguarding your entire future, your eternal destiny. This is the meaning of *Al-Hakim*, the All-Wise. His wisdom is not a single, threaded logic that we can follow. It is a vast, interconnected tapestry where every thread of hardship is woven together with threads of mercy, protection, and a greater good that our minds are too small to envision. When a farmer plants a seed, he does not return an hour later, dig it up, and despair that it is not yet a tree. He understands the process. He knows the seed must first be buried, must first decompose in the darkness of the soil, must first send roots down deep into the earth unseen, unrecognized before it can ever break the surface and reach for the sun. Your period of waiting, your delay, is that time in the soil. It is the time of rooting. It is where your faith develops a root system so deep that no future storm can uproot you. It is where your character is built. It is where you learn true dependence on Allah. If the relief came immediately, you would be a shallow plant, easily wilted by the first challenge. Therefore, my beloved in faith, I urge you to reframe your relationship with time. Do not see this period of waiting as a void, as a punishment, as a sign of Allah's displeasure. See it as the most active and crucial phase of your spiritual development. This is where you practice the ultimate form of tawakkul, complete reliance. You are doing your part, you are making dough, you are striving, you are putting in the effort. But then you must, with a peaceful heart, leave the outcome to Allah, trusting that He will deliver it at the best possible time, in the best possible way, in a manner that will maximize good for you in this life and the next. Your desperation for a quick fix is often the greatest barrier to receiving the profound miracle Allah has written for you. Surrender your timeline. Let go of your need to control the clock. Place your trust in the one who created time itself. Know with certainty that when the relief finally comes, you will look back at this period of waiting not with bitterness, but with a profound gratitude, for you will see with the clarity of hindsight that the wait itself was a necessary and merciful part of the miracle. The answer was not late, it was being perfectly prepared for you. So be patient. Your appointed time is coming, and it is more beautiful than you can imagine. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. My dear brothers and sisters, we have spoken of the divine promise of ease and the perfection of Allah's timing. But now we must turn our gaze inward to the very heart of the matter, our own selves, and what we choose to do in the crucible of our trials. It is a profound and often overlooked truth that your reaction to your difficulty is not merely a reaction. It is, in fact, a form of worship of the highest order. This is where the theoretical knowledge of faith becomes a living, breathing reality. This is where you move from being a passive recipient of a decree to an active, worshipful participant in your own story of salvation. The test is not just the event itself. The test is your heart, your tongue, your limbs in the midst of that event. Let us understand the station of Sabr**. We often translate Sabr** as patience, but this translation, while correct, does not fully capture its majestic scope. Sabr* is not a passive resignation, a quiet sigh of defeat as you wait for the storm to pass. No, true Sabr* is an active, dynamic, and powerful state of the heart. It is the conscious, deliberate act of restraining your soul from despair, your tongue from complaint against the divine decree, and your limbs from sinning in a moment of anger and pain. It is to stand firm like a mighty mountain against the hurricanes of life, not because the mountain does not feel the wind, but because its foundation is rooted deep in the earth. And for a believer, that foundation is the *** of Allah, the belief that what has reached you was never meant to miss you, and what has missed you was never meant to reach you. When you are tested with a loss, and your heart is shattered into 1,000 pieces, and you feel a cry of why rising in your throat, but you instead consciously turn your face to your Lord and say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to Him we shall return. You have just performed an act of worship that shakes the heavens. In that moment, you are not just reciting a phrase. You are affirming the ultimate reality of ownership. You are declaring that everything you have, your wealth, your health, your loved ones, was never truly yours. They were a trust, an *** from Allah, and He, the true owner, has taken back what is rightfully His. This acceptance is not weakness, it is the ultimate strength. It is a spiritual triumph that is recorded in your book of deeds as an act of profound, submissional worship. And what of gratitude? How can I be grateful? You might ask, when I am surrounded by so much pain. This, my dear friends, is the pinnacle of faith. *** in times of ease is beautiful, but *** within the heart of hardship is transformative. It is to look at the one thing you have lost, and then to consciously, deliberately turn your gaze to the 1,000 other blessings that Allah has still left you. You have lost your job, but do you have your health? You have an illness, but do you have your sight, your hearing, the ability to think? You have a pain in your heart, but do you have the gift of Islam itself? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "How wonderful is the affair of the believer! His affair is always good. If something good happens to him, he is grateful, and that is good for him. If something bad happens to him, he is patient, and that is also good for him." This is the entire secret. The good is not necessarily in the event itself, but in your reaction to the event. Your patience and your gratitude are what transform a calamity into a source of good, a means of elevation in the sight of your Lord. Consider the act of dua itself. When you are in a state of comfort and ease, your dua can sometimes be routine, a whisper of habit. But when you are in dire need, when you are desperate, when you feel you have nowhere else to turn, your dua becomes something else entirely. It becomes a raw, heartfelt, soul-wrenching plea. You cry out to Allah from the depths of your being. In that moment, you are affirming His Lordship, His power, and His mercy in a way you never could in times of plenty. This desperate, sincere supplication is one of the most beloved forms of worship to Allah. It is the essence of ubudiyya servitude. You are demonstrating your absolute poverty and need before your rich and bountiful Lord. The difficulty, therefore, becomes the very catalyst that drives you to a deeper, more intimate connection with Allah. It is the fire that forges a closer bond, and let us not forget the worship of action. When you are tested with poverty, and you still manage to give a small coin in charity, trusting that Allah will replace it, that charity carries a weight and a light that is unimaginable. When you are tested with injustice, and you choose to forgive the one who wronged you for the sake of Allah, seeking no recompense except from Him, that forgiveness is a worship that dismantles the barriers between you and Allah's mercy. When you are in pain and you drag yourself to the mosque for a prayer in congregation, every step you take is recorded as an act of worship. You are telling Allah through your actions, "My Lord, this difficulty will not deter me from your obedience. It will only bring me closer to you. This is the ultimate victory." You have taken the weapon that Shaitan and your own nafs intended to use to destroy your faith, and you have instead used it to build a fortress of worship around your heart. So, my beloved in faith, do not ever think that your struggle is going unnoticed or unrewarded. Every tear you shed in patience, every sigh you convert into a dua, every moment you choose gratitude over complaint, is a precious jewel in your record of deeds. You are not just waiting for a miracle. Through your worshipful reaction, you are living one.